Hey guys, I'm Juliette. Welcome back to Celeb Bites. This is a show where we test out our favorite celebrity recipes. Today we're making Ayesha Curry's famous horchata brownies. I saw this on her cooking show, Ayesha's Home Cooking, and I've been dying to try them. I literally love brownies. I love sweets. So let's get to making them. So the first thing we're gonna do for this recipe is we're gonna preheat the oven to 325. So I'm gonna go preheat the oven. The next step is we need to spray our baking sheets. Ayesha does it in a very interesting way. She basically gets her canola oil spray and she just sprays the pan. And then you get your parchment paper, you put it down so it sticks. That's actually genius because the parchment paper never sticks, okay? Then she gets her cooking spray again and she just sprays it again. The first ingredients we're adding are a whole bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 1 stick of butter. We need to melt this. Ayesha does a technique where she basically adds her chocolate chips and butter and then boils it over hot water. This is a quick and easy recipe for me, so I'm just gonna put it in the microwave. So our butter and chocolate chips are melted. The next ingredient for these brownies is we're gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar. Now we're going to add our ½ cup of granulated sugar. I don't know if you guys knew this, but fun fact about Ayesha's name is it actually came from a Stevie Wonder song. Her dad loved the song, Isn't She Lovely? And in the song, Stevie Wonder mentions a woman named Ayesha and her dad just loved that name, so he named his daughter Ayesha. And that's where her name came from. So the next ingredient is 4 eggs. So we're just gonna crack our eggs into a separate bowl first because I always get shells into the bowl if I crack them directly. So we get our eggs and I'm kind of excited for this recipe just because I know Ayesha is actually a chef. Like she has a cooking book, she knows what she's doing. It's not just like these other celebrities who kind of like aren't really chefs. So I'm excited to try these. They seem very unique. I've never had horchata brownies ever, so hopefully they will be good. So the recipe says to pour our eggs in 1 by 1 and mix after every one. So we're just gonna pour in 1 at a time and then start mixing. Ayesha was actually born in Canada. She's actually from Canada and she has 4 siblings. When Ayesha was younger, her parents were always busy working and she wanted to help out around the house. So she decided to cook for her siblings, cook dinners, cook lunches. And that's where she really gained her love for cooking. Instead of watching cartoons as a kid, Ayesha would always watch Food Network. She would literally fall asleep on the couch watching Food Network. She was obsessed with Rachel Ray and she was just destined to be a chef. She grew up watching these cooking shows, Rachel Ray, and now she even has her own cooking show. It just shows how inspired she was by Food Network. So now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. And we're gonna add 1 cup all-purpose flour. Now we're gonna add our 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon salt. And then we're just gonna stir until everything's combined. It's smelling cinnamony. I'm excited for this. The texture looks really good. It looks perfect. So now we're going to add our almonds. The recipe says to fold them in the batter. I don't know what that means, so I'm just literally gonna pour them in.
What does fold in the cheese mean? He folds it in. I understand that, but how do you fold it?
You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese.
You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in 1 more time.
It says fold it in!
I guess folding it in just means like, you know, mixing it in. It's just a fancy way of saying mixing. But usually in my brownies, I add walnuts. Walnuts are so good. I've never had brownies with almonds in them, so we will see if this will be a game changer. Now we are ready to pour our brownie batter into the baking sheet. Look at that. The texture is immaculate. I don't really usually make homemade brownies often. I just use the Ghirardelli like mix you could buy at the store. The Ghirardelli mix is literally the best. The double chocolate and then add walnuts to it. Nothing beats it. I'm sorry, not even a homemade gourmet like 5-star restaurant, Michelin star, nothing beats a Ghirardelli brownie, I'm telling you, they are the best. Let's see if these brownies can change my opinion on that, but I don't think so, I don't think so. Our brownies are ready to put in the oven. We're gonna bake them for 40 to 45 minutes. Let's put them in. Okay, so while our brownies are cooking in the oven, we're gonna start making our horchata glaze. This is Ayesha's secret sauce for the brownies. So we start by using our 1 cup of rice milk and we just are gonna bring it to a boil and So we're just gonna add that. Another fun fact about Ayesha is that after she graduated, she actually wanted to pursue a career in acting. So she starred on Hannah Montana, which is actually one of my favorite shows, and then she also starred on Good Luck Charlie, but her only reoccurring role was on a show called Whitaker Bay. Unfortunately, the show got canceled after 8 episodes, and then that was the end of her acting career. You might not catch her on Hannah Montana anymore, but you will catch her on her own cooking show. Check it out. Our rice milk is reducing, but we're gonna add our 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then we're gonna add our 1 tablespoon of rum. And we'll just start mixing it up. It's already starting to reduce. It smells really good. I feel like this is the perfect icing to add on top of some chocolate brownies. Our frosting mixture is done, so we're just gonna pour it into a separate bowl and then add our powdered sugar. We're just gonna let it cool down for a few minutes first, and then we're gonna add it all together, and then our frosting will be done. So we're just gonna pour our liquid that we had on the stovetop into our powdered sugar. Obviously, you guys know that Ayesha is married to Steph Curry, but I don't know if you guys know how they met. So Ayesha and Steph Curry met at church when they were teenagers, and Ayesha was like, I am not dating an athlete, I'm not dating a basketball player, they're arrogant people. She did not want to date an athlete. But then when they were both in LA, Ayesha was living in LA, Steph was visiting LA for the ESPY Awards in 2008, and Steph convinced Ayesha to go on a date with him. And now they're married, they've been married, they have 3 kids, they have matching tattoos, and they're living, I feel like everyone's fairy tale of like meeting before fame, and they're still together. All right, so we have our brownies are out of the oven, we have our glaze on top. We're gonna start combining this all and get them to be horchata brownies. So I'm just gonna pour our glaze on top. I'm not sure how much glaze she puts on, but I'm just gonna kind of get it all evenly spread on top. Here we have Ayesha Curry's horchata brownie. It's looking really good. I think the frosting just changed up the game because it's like melted on top. The brownie looks super moist. You can see the almonds in there. There's a lot of almonds, good crunch. So let's try it to see if it tastes as good as it looks. All right, let's see. It's very sticky though. The frosting is like caramel, super sticky. All right, I'm gonna get like a giant bite so we can get the full flavor. Mmm. Okay, wow. Okay, it's sticking to my fingers. The frosting, very cinnamony. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. The brownie itself is good. It's like pretty good for homemade. I don't want to offend anyone, but Ghirardelli is actually better. Let me try it one more time, just get another taste. No, the frosting's pretty good now that I'm trying it. It's pretty good. It tastes exactly like, if anyone's had horchata, like the drink, it tastes exactly like that, but in frosting form. Would I make this again is the question of the day. I don't think I would make this again. The Ghirardelli mix is literally so easy to use. Like it's literally, you put it in super fast, takes 30 minutes. This is like a whole process. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's like, takes longer. And it's like, I think Ghirardelli is actually better. I would rate this though, this is pretty good. I would rate it an 8 out of 10. It's actually pretty good, but for the effort, I'll be sticking to my Ghirardelli mix. But Ayesha Curry, you can tell she's a chef. It's really good. The only difference this brownie has is the frosting makes it taste like it's like horchata cinnamony. But overall, like the brownie, literally normal brownie with almonds. The almonds are good, but the only thing that's making it different is the frosting on top. If you have time to make this like an hour, hour and a half, definitely try it out. But if you're in a rush, you want a quick brownie for, you know, just a movie night, stick to the Ghirardelli mix, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and comment below if you're gonna try this recipe. I'll see you guys later, bye.